Okay, so we had some pretty interesting news here that came out towards the close of the market today, and this was around EHang stock, ticker symbol EH. This is a Chinese company. If you haven't heard of them, they pretty much do, air mobility really. And you can see, go to their website, they have some pretty cool images of drones and that kind of stuff that they're working on. Really interesting company, definitely something that is going to be used in the future. Now, will they be the ones that provide the service to companies and people all around the world? I don't know. But drones are definitely something that's important. Passenger drones, traveling from point A to point B, avoiding traffic because you're up in the air. This is definitely the future, in my opinion. Definitely something to look into and find some businesses that do this. But a couple of things is that this company is it's still fairly it's not really that big right now. They have a lot of promise, but it's just that right now. It's just promise, okay? And another thing to note is that this is a Chinese company, and that's going to be relevant here in a second. So just give me one sec. I'm going to show you the charts here quickly. The stock pretty much took a nosedive. It was at like 120 at the market open today. Ended up closing 62% lower. The stock dropped 62% in a single day. But then after hours, we did see some sort of recovery. It's up around 20% after hours, but still way lower than where it was previously. If you look at the the longer term chart on this, you can see we're back to prices $55. It's around here. So 6 months, go a little easier to see around here. So we're back to prices mid-Jan, so it's not all that drastic of a drop in the grand scheme of things. However, there were a lot of people that definitely bought into this stock here. I know a lot of other YouTubers were talking about this stock, and it's unfortunate because this is something that was kind of unseen that caused this drop today, and I think that's kind of a perfect segue now to get into what actually happened. So we got news here around 3:30 p.m., which is when things started kind of falling off a cliff here for the stock. Actually, news probably broke a little before that because it started its decline around 2. And we got news here that EHang Holdings Limited was investigated or is being investigated for possible securities law violations by this firm. This is definitely concerning because even if a little bit of what they're saying is true, it could be pretty bad for this company. Because if you look here, read the actual report, it says, in this report, Wolfpack Research called EHang an elaborate stock promotion built on largely fabricated revenues based on sham sales contracts. The report continues that EHang has perpetuated its story with a collection of lies about its products, manufacturing revenues, partnerships, and potential regulatory approval of its purported main business. These are bold claims. They're essentially saying that this company is a sham. They go on to say that it gathered extensive evidence, including behind the scenes photographs, recorded phone calls, and videos of on-site visits to their various facilities. So this research firm is essentially saying this whole business is a scam. When did we hear this before? Nikola. That was the last time we heard it in recent history. We've heard this plenty of other times for other stocks. We've also heard this from Luckin Coffee, where they were fabricating numbers. And well, if you don't know what happened to Luckin Coffee, Luckin Coffee. So here you can see Luckin Coffee. It's now it got delisted from the exchange. It's an OTC stock now. Their stock went from a high of $50 down to now $5-6 per share, which is a 88% drop. Still a $1.5 billion market cap, but substantial drop here after reports came out that they were fabricating numbers and their financials were essentially a lie. Now, a lot of people are gonna hate and say, "Oh, Luckin Coffee, they're gonna come back and all this stuff." I don't know about that. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. All I'm trying to say is that these kind of claims are dangerous because if they're true, that could be the end of it. I don't think the Luckin Coffee or any business can really recover from something like this if their numbers are as bad as what this company is claiming. They're claiming that they're pretty much fabricating the whole story, not only the financials, everything, what they have, their products, everything about the business, which is pretty concerning. Now, what's interesting is that actually came back and responded to this in fairly quick order, which is probably what contributed to the rally that we got here after hours of 20%. So anyone scalping this after hours, I mean, that's a pretty good return. But they pretty much said in this report, their response, quote unquote response, they pretty much said that they today issued the following response to the allegations raised in a report by Wolfpack Research dated February 16, 2021. The company strongly believes that the report contains numerous errors, unsubstantiated statements, and misinterpretation of information. The company will consider any necessary and appropriate course of action to protect its interests in the company and shareholders. This is definitely not a good situation for this company. I know, like I said, there was a lot of interest in this, and I know that in my VIP group, I've been getting a lot of requests saying, look into this stock, it looks pretty interesting. And, I had it on my list of companies to look into further to see what I could find. But now after this, I think for now, I'm going to stay away. Maybe there's potential to make a massive upside if this recovers back. You could easily double or even more your money here from, the price after hours to where it was before. It's more than a double up. So you can definitely double your money. But am I going to go in here and risk my capital? Unlikely. Who knows? Anything's possible. I may change my mind tomorrow. I reserve the right to do that. However, at this point, I'm not so sure. I did not like the response that the company gave. They pretty much just say, the information is misinterpreted and it's not true. Where's anything backing it up? Where is the proof behind that? Now, I understand they responded fairly quick to this, so maybe they're going to give a more detailed response in the coming days, and I'll wait for that. I'll give them benefit of the doubt. However, things are not looking good right now. Shareholders are clearly not happy. People bailed out of this stock today, and I don't think we're going to see a substantial recovery until this is crystal clear and everything is proven. This could honestly damage the company long term. Luckin Coffee was the most recent Chinese stock that went through this, and things didn't turn out too well for them. So investors are probably having that in the back of their mind. Remember, is also a Chinese company, so definitely something that's across the investors' mind. Now, when you're looking at the fundamentals of this business really high level, it's still a $2.5 billion company. $2.5 billion may still be cheap when you look at 10, 20 years out if is a winner in this space. However, if you're looking at valuations for any the next year, the next 3 years, even the next 5 years, very hard to justify it, because next year, even though revenue growth's 180%, they're only expected to bring in $91 million. So let's say $100 million, get the benefit, round it up, $100 million, which is close to what the highest estimate is. $100 million in revenue and a $2.53 billion market cap. Let's do a very simple calculation here, okay? So we have a $2.534 billion market cap divided by $100 million in revenue, 25.34 price to sales. So this is what the price to sales is right now, based on the market cap and based on 2021 numbers. And if we look at the actual earnings, they are expected to post some profits this year. So maybe you could make a case 25 times price to sales is justified for an industry like this, where this is kind of the future. Everyone's investing in this. They've proven their product. Maybe not. As long as what they've claimed on their website is true, I think this company will be fine, and as a business, they will continue chugging along. The stock price may take time to recover, but the business will probably still keep chugging along. However, if it comes out that they have been lying about a lot of their stuff, they don't actually have these things working, it's just all renders, and kind of maybe they pushed it off of a rooftop and it's quote unquote flying. Sorry, that's just a jab to the Nikola pushing it off a hill. Then in that case, they may not ever recover, and this may be the end of this company. But guys, I'm going to reserve that judgment. I'm going to wait for a full, proper response for the company. EHang, this is not a good enough response. I understand this is quick, but I think it probably may have been better to just wait for wait a day or two, get the proper response, similar to what Clover did recently, and they came back pretty strong with the responses. And that instilled confidence back in me and many other investors. Now the stock price in that stock is still not recovered from this, and we look here, Clove is down another 5% today, right? And this is still downtrending, even though they've responded and they're not being accused of fabricating their financials. So now just imagine the company that is accused of fabricating their financials, will they recover? I don't know. Wait and see. I will definitely keep you guys posted. This is an interesting story, interesting industry, an interesting company as well to me. So I'll keep you guys in the loop for this. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update video. Drop a like down below if you did, and hit the subscribe button as well to join our community. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.